Hello and welcome back to my channel or wherever you're watching this video. My name is Joella and I am here to do my first ever natural hair tutorial. I have recently been experimenting with my twist outs to get them to be even better, and I'm really happy with the last one that I did, and I got a few requests to film a tutorial as to how I did it. So I'm going to do that today. If you like anything that you learn in this video, please share, like, and subscribe. It'd be super appreciated. All right, so without wasting any time, let me tell you what I've done so far. So I washed my hair. That's why my face is like dripping. It's still super wet. I used conditioner in the shower to detangle it, so all the sections are nice and detangled. And then I applied my leave-in conditioner, the Lolani leave-in conditioner by Ade by Buki. So that's what I used. And now we're gonna start from here. So all sections were put in place before I washed my hair. I'm trying to say that I wash my hair in sections. And I'm going to style it in sections as well. So there's 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter how even, or they don't have to be the same size, it's not important. I like to start from the back to the front. So let me run over what we're about to do and then I'll show you, okay? So I take one section, I'm going to apply this amazing product, the Hawaiian Silky 14-in-1 Miracle Worker, which is kind of like a leave-in, but it's also a curl activator, moisturizing. It does all kinds of stuff. If you want a good twist out your hair, it needs to be really nice and moisturized. So I'm gonna apply that to the whole section, like kind of work it in with my hands, brush my hair out with it as well, because it's also a detangler. I'm using the Easy Detangler brush because it's the best detangler for my hair. So I'm gonna work it in, and then I'm going to split the section in half. In the end, you want to split one of your sections into 4 sort of equal sections, but I'm gonna start by splitting it in half, and then I'm gonna apply the products I'm gonna show you in order to the hair, twist it, and then just repeat. Probably made no sense. Let me just show you what I mean. So take down the section. Make sure it's still wet. It's really important to work on wet hair. The best twist outs come on wet hair. I have a spray bottle just in case, but this section, since it's the first one, is still okay. And I'm just gonna separate it in half horizontally like this. And I'm just gonna use my fingers and my nails because it doesn't have to be super equal, but I just feel it to make sure that the thickness in both sections is sort of the same, because yeah, that way the twist will be a little more even. So I'm just gonna take the top part. I have clips. You can see here. We're just gonna clip this away and work with this part. See, I already didn't do what I said I was gonna do. I was supposed to apply this first, but we'll just apply it to the small section. So, it smells so good. So you don't have to put too much of this. You just wanna work it through into your hair. I also line my products up in order so that I don't forget to use one. So I'm gonna start with the Earth Tones Curl Styling Cream. Love the brand Earth Tones. I love their conditioners, what I used in the shower. Really awesome. Then I'm gonna use the Ade by Buki Queen Bee Butter, which I'm gonna apply on top of that. And then we're gonna seal it with the Boom Oil by Ade by Buki. Finally, the best, the Red Argan Oil Eco Styler Gel. I use gel. I don't have a problem with gel. Especially this argan one is super awesome. So I use gel. If you don't want to use gel, you can also not. You'll still get a nice twist out, but the popping aspect of the curls might not be there. So if you want similar results to me, definitely use a gel. So we're gonna apply the curling cream into the hair like this. And I take the chance to brush it a little bit more, because we wanna make sure the section remains detangled. And really work the product into your hair. If you start to see curls forming a little bit, you know that you're doing a good job. Especially me who has low porosity hair. Need to put in a little more effort. I'm gonna wet it just a little bit more because curls really need to pop. Then we're gonna apply a little bit of the butter, not too much, about this much butter to the section. I like using the butter because it kind of is like the first step to sealing in moisture, but also it sort of adds hold, I find. But yeah, when I'm using gel, I like to make sure the hair has all the moisture it can get from the start. Now you notice how curls are kind of starting to pop. It's important because I realize when I'm taking down the twist, the curls also show through, so you want to make sure your hair is nice and hydrated. Next, you're gonna apply a little bit of, a little bit of oil, not too much, like a few spritz, just to apply over everything. Seal it in, and boom. Now, I'm gonna split this section into two. I've taken the section, split it into two. Again, it's not perfect sections, it's not perfect fractions or whatever. That's not important. You just want the sizes or the density of each section to be kind of the same. Pin it away as best as possible. And then apply the gel to the section. Now, I'm super generous with the amount of gel. More gel is better than not enough, I find, especially for this. So you're just gonna apply it all over and really work it in. Detangling, using your fingers. Almost like you're doing a wash and go. That's what I find. It's literally the same feeling as when you're doing a wash and go. And you're gonna notice your curls start to pop. And it's like, okay, askew curls. I'm gonna brush it through to make sure it really spreads evenly to everything. Okay. And then the most important part, you're going to split this section in two. Try and keep it about the same length on both sides. Okay. And what you're gonna do to twist, super important. You're not just gonna go around. You have to take each section and twist it into itself. Because this is a mistake that people make often. So, and they're like, why are my twists not defined or why don't they stay? This is why. So, you take your section, okay, and then you're going to take one side and twist it clockwise, and you take the other side. I don't know what you're doing. Actually, how do I do it? So you hold it really tight, try to get as close to the bottom as possible, and you twist each section. So like with my right hand, I'm going towards the inside. With my left hand, I'm going towards the back. I don't know if that makes sense. Just watch what I'm doing, if you can see this. Twist, and then twist the strands together. Each strand, twist, bring it together. And you're pulling it so that it's tight. Again, twist, together. Twist, together. So, oh yeah, this is what I do. I do kind of like a little rappy motion with my fingers. So, and then you just go all the way to the end. And then when I reach the bottom, you just twirl both of them together and you're done. So now we're gonna do the same thing, apply the gel on this section. Really, I really highly suggest that you like use your fingers to really make sure the product spreads to like inside your section. You're not just keeping it outside. The brush helps too. Also to make sure that the section is detangled, because doing twists on hair that is not fully detangled, which I kind of did with my first twist out earlier in the week, when you're undoing it, it just looks fuzzy. Like the general shape is like kind of curly, but they don't last long. So, and I like the gel because it gives you hold to your curls. So I find that it kind of lasts. It's more defined for a longer period of time. Ignore what I'm saying and focus on the movement of my hands. Look at the twist and twirl, twist and twirl, twist and twirl, and the end. Reach the end, twirl, and voila. So that's pretty much the idea. I'm gonna finish everything and then show you guys when I do the front section so that you'll have a better visualization in case you couldn't see what I was doing back there. So I will see you guys in a while, and hopefully I don't forget to film that. All right, I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I almost forgot, and I was twisting this, and I was like, I have to show you guys. So this is my final quarter. The front section was this, this, and this. Okay, so I did four parts per section. Remember the big 4 sections I had? Okay, cool, great. So this is how I would do it. Make sure that your section is fully detangled, like that. And then you're going to split it in half. This is not a good half. This part is too thin compared to the other. I can feel it. You probably can't see, but I can feel it. So, what am I gonna do? Do I want to do it like this, or do I want to do it like this? Let me see. I think I want to split it like this. Okay, we'll see what happens. I'm not really sure. Okay, so you're gonna go really close to the root. These are big sections. Twist it onto itself, okay? You want to pull really tightly so that it's twisted as close as possible to the root, okay? And then you do the little twisting of each strand as you twist the strands together, okay? Let's see if I can get you to see what I mean. So on this side, I'm twisting, and this side, I'm twisting back. Ooh, I don't know how to explain that. I didn't think that would be that hard. Okay, so here's a trick. I made a mistake. This part is too thin compared to here, so I'm just gonna borrow a little bit of hair from this section and just keep twisting. So you want your twist to be the same, you want both ends of your twist to be relatively the same size. All right. And then you get to the bottom, and then you twisty, twist. And you want to twist like in the direction that you were twisting. So if you're twisting like this, as you're wrapping the end, you're wrapping in that same direction. Don't wrap the other way because you'll unravel your twist. And that's what it looks like at the end. Really saturated with product. But I don't know if you see this little curl at the bottom. This is generally what you want the bottom of your twist to look like when you're done twisting the ends. That's also a sign to know that your hair is healthy, because if the ends can curl, it means you have no split ends there and like your hair is still healthy. So if you do that and your hair is fuzzy, you can do a little trim. It's probably a sign that you need to trim. I always trim my hair in twists. All right. Now you could leave your hair like this, but it'll take like 3 days to dry if you're a low porosity hair like me. Don't fret. Let me just go wash my hands off, and then I'll show you what I do to dry it. So here's a suggestion that you can do before you even start to dry your hair. It'll help the drying time be a lot shorter. So basically, you're gonna take each twisted section and take an old cloth or an old t-shirt. I'm using an old t-shirt here, and just wipe off all the excess. It's as simple as it looks. You take your shirt, rub it on the strand of hair, not too hard because you don't want to unravel it or squish it or anything, but just wipe off the excess and it'll really shorten your drying time. All right, see already that looks a little less crazy. We're gonna use a hooded dryer because diffuser will take super long to like hold it in each section. Like I started with that the first time I did this, and I was like, no, I don't have that patience. So I always put on a little disposable plastic dryer cap. Make sure you're getting like the heat resistant ones, because you're not trying to melt this thing to your head, okay? I have a nice little Conair makeshift dryer, and not makeshift, I bought it, but it has a hood. And you can, on the other side, you can adjust the temperature, but it doesn't get too hot. Like, you know how you sit under a dryer at the salon and it's so hot and your scalp is dying? This doesn't do that, so I like it. I always feel like my hair is not burning off, so that's great. Okay, so By the way, I bought it for like, I think $40 on Amazon. So yeah, I think it's really worth it. I use it for everything. If my wash and goes are taking forever to dry, I'll use it. Twist outs. Sometimes if you're doing like the regular twist out method that doesn't use so much product or gel, you can literally have your twist out dry within an hour or two, depending on how thick your hair is, your porosity, etc. So that's how I do this. I'm going to sit under this dryer for like the next 3 hours, as long as possible before I go to bed. And tomorrow I'm just gonna be using my diffuser to dry out the roots. Usually that's enough. The last time I was a little impatient, and then one part was like just a little too damp. It still had shape, but considering how big these twists are, you really want them to be really, really, really dry before taking them out. Even a little dampness will not give you the definition that you're looking for, so just be patient. I'm gonna be wearing my wig tomorrow if I have to go out or whatever. So tie your hair up in a scarf. At night, I feel like I slept with my hair open. Yeah, I slept on my satin pillowcase. My hair was open to the wind. The only issue with that is that your twists can kind of like, if you sleep and you bend, then the direction of them will be weird. So I think I'm gonna sleep with my do-rag just to keep everything like in shape. And so once they're dry, hopefully tomorrow, if not Saturday, I will be back here to do the unraveling and show you the final look. I'm so excited. I'm really hoping that this just gives me like bigger curls, but then as I separate them, my actual curl pattern will also show, which is what happened the last time. However, the last time I did them, like the twist out just before this, I did slightly smaller sections, especially in the front. So we shall see what's gonna happen. But so far, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you either tomorrow or Saturday.